Okay, this is part 4 of 4.3, Quantities in Reactions, video version 2 and 2018 version. Now, in this video, we'll be talking about things which are not actually in this box, but something that's related to you being able to do a unit conversion later in the next video. So we'll talk about 3 other ways of expressing concentration of solutions. We'll be moving on to slide number 9, which should look like that. All right. So concentration of a solution. We'll keep going with it. In this slide, you will see percentage sign. Now that should mean something. Percent mean out of 100, like century, you know. Out of 100, how many of things are actually other things? All right. So if you have 100 mils of solution, how many part of that is another substance? That's what this is trying to show. Okay. Percent weight per volume would be particularly interested in mass of solute or something that's dissolved in the solvent, in the solution, I should say, because volume is a volume of solution instead. It is also equivalent to percent weight per weight, which is often used to show how many percent of, say, vinegar is ethanoic acid. Vinegar is a solution of ethanoic acid, and ethanoic acid usually is like 4 to 6% for vinegar that you can buy off the shelf. If it's alcohol, if it's wine, part of the about 14% of the red wine would be ethanol. All right, so it's mainly water and other stuff, but your 14% would be alcohol, and it's expressed in percent weight per volume or percent weight per weight. It just means really percent. Okay. Unit is how many grams are dissolved in 100 milliliters. So gram per 100 milliliters, all right, ml. Or you can also say, calculation-wise, mass divided by volume times by 100. That gives you the percentage. Here's an example. It's not straightforward question, but this is what I want you to start thinking about, how you can rearrange the formula in chemistry context. So the question here says 700 ml bottle of wine contains 14.0% weight per volume of ethanol. Calculate the mass of ethanol dissolved. So it's a mass, therefore you have to answer in grams, and here is what you should show. So this is where we start with. Percent weight per volume equals to mass of a volume of solution times by 100. Now, if you are to find one of these attributes here of this calculation, in this case it's mass that you are interested in finding. So you will want to get rid of this 100 and volume from right hand side. So you'd be dividing both sides by 100, which is what I did. Divided this by 100 and left with that. And because this volume is dividing, so you would be multiplying both sides, so you can have volume up here. Whoops. Now, the rest is easy. You just plug in the numbers. 14% here, 700 milliliters. Okay, that needs to be in milliliters. Divide by the 100. You should get 105 grams of ethanol. That's about how much was dissolved in. Also, maybe you haven't watched the video about significant figures, but question was giving you the number in 14.0, which is 3 significant figures, 1, 2, and 3. 750 was also 1, 2, and 3. It wasn't 750.0, it was 3. So I'm answering that in 3 significant figures. It's not going to be answered as 1 or 5.0. All right. Next slide. Now, final 2 units. Sorry, I should have put it this way. ppm and ppb. parts per million and parts per billion. Now, picture a cube, just like this one. Okay, this cube is 1 liter. This cube has a capacity of 1 liter. Okay, if you had the same length, width, and height for this cube, it would be equivalent to 10 cm, 10 cm, 10 cm, x, y, and z directions. Okay, so if you multiply that and calculate that in cubic centimeters, you should have 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1,000. Yeah, 1,000 centimeter cube. If you were to convert it into millimeters, so 10 cm would be 100 millimeters, 10 cm is 100, 10 cm is 100. So essentially, you can say that there are 1 million, okay, 1,000,000, 1 million of 1 millimeter cubic millimeter cubes. Yeah. So in 1 liter, there are 1 million cubic meter cubes. Okay. So not cubic meter, cubic millimeter cubes. I should say that. All right. Now ppm. So how many of the 1 million boxes would be something else? That's what it's saying. All right. So within 1 liter, how many? Also 1 millimeter cubes should equate to 1 milligram if it's water, right? So you would calculate how many milligrams are dissolved into 1 liter. If you do that calculation, you will be able to answer, express the concentration in parts per million, ppm, all right? ppb would be even smaller, okay? If you divide 1 liter of water into 1 little billion cubes, how many of that is a foreign substance? Okay. So yeah, parts per million is interchangeable to milligrams per liter. Parts per billion is interchangeable to microgram per liter. Microgram per liter. All right. That's really that. Right. Next video is going to be about unit conversion. So yeah, watch that and hopefully you get it. Make sure you ask questions if you're confused with any of that today. All right, I'll see you in the next video. See you later.